Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the Brando Critic, and I'm here to talk to you about the Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker teaser trailer that just got dropped today. You'll have to excuse me, I've been extremely sick. I've been in and out of the hospital over the last week, my throat, and it was ugly. So I'm gonna sound very, very sick for this video, but that's not going to stop me from talking about Star Wars, so excuse my voice. Watched the trailer this morning, and it didn't blow me away, but it has me excited for the next movie. And I'd have some notes down here, and I'm just going to go through them and just say my thoughts. Very simple. So as for the title itself, we have The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and now The Rise of Skywalker. It still hasn't really set in yet that that's the title of now the 9-part saga, and this is going to be the ending of the saga. So I got to get used to saying The Rise of Skywalker. I think it's a good title. It sounds very Skywalker, or it sounds very Star Wars-ish. It's the first time we actually have the word Skywalker or a character name in the actual title. And there you go, there's my phone ruining the video, but we'll just keep it in there. Let's just go with it. The Rise of Skywalker. I mean, who could they be referring to? Could they be referring to Rey? You know, was Kylo Ren just lying in the last movie? Could it be Kylo Ren, you know, even though he is Ben Solo? He technically is the last remaining of the Skywalker blood that we know of. Could it be referring to him? Could it be Leia? Could it be Luke from the dead? Could it be Anakin from the dead? Again, who knows? So, you know, we start with Rey in a desert, and oh my god, I just realized this, I wrote dessert like ice cream dessert. I guess that's my subconscious telling me that I'm really hungry for some chocolate pudding or some ice cream or something like that. So this part, it was filmed in Jordan, and Jordan just looks so Star Warsy. And, you know, I see like all those ridges in the background, and it just takes me back to Ralph McQuarrie's original drawings and the original trilogy, and it just looks so Star Wars. You know, I like the locations of this movie so far. And we see Rey, and we see that the lightsaber has survived again. That's the second time in this trilogy, or in this franchise, that particular lightsaber has survived some pretty traumatic experiences. I still don't know how it ended up arriving into Maz Kanata's area after Empire Strikes Back, but who knows, we might know that answer in episode 9. It survived again. And when we hear Luke Skywalker say, "we," I'm kind of hoping, I don't think this is going to happen, but I'm kind of hoping that, you know, Rey kind of sees a bunch of Force ghosts, and maybe she is like meditating, and then she becomes one with the Force, and she gets this almighty power, and then she sees all the Jedi Force ghosts. I mean, Qui-Gon, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, Luke, good Anakin. It's probably not going to happen. I can dream. Who knows? So, also this t-shirt, yeah, it's a First Order Stormtrooper. And then we have the TIE Interceptor, the TIE Silencer. I forget what it actually is called. I know, true fan, right? But we don't actually see Kylo Ren behind the wheel or behind the controls of the starship. Could that be Kylo Ren? It probably is him. I'm probably reading too much into it, but you know, we don't actually see him, so who knows? It could be somebody else. And then you see Rey do her Jedi jump over top of it, and yeah, it looks pretty sweet. And the only text I'll mention is "Every generation has a legend." Nice little nod to the Phantom Menace trailer, because that text was in that trailer as well. And then we just have a montage of shots over the Princess Leia theme, and with what happened to Carrie Fisher, I think it is a great theme choice for this trailer. So I'm just going to list off what I saw. So we have this world that takes place in the mountains that looks really cool. Could be a resistance base, could be a home world for a character. We have Kylo Ren in this badass slow motion shot. If we're going to have shots like this in this movie, then I'm looking forward to it. And it's cool to see him bring back his mask. You know, we see Finn and Poe, we see BB-8 and D-O, who reminds me of the Pixar light. You know, and it's cool to see Lando again. It's a shame that we won't see him with Han on screen again, but I mean, it's still cool to see him. And then we have some thrilling action shots in the sand, and are those stormtroopers in jetpacks? I think that'd be a great idea. You know, we have a quick shot of the ship falling out of the sky. I think it's an A-wing. Then we have the medallion, and I believe that's the same medallion that Luke and Han got at the end of A New Hope, and I believe that it's probably Leia. They were talking about how Leia's going to be in this movie. It's going to be deleted scenes from The Force Awakens, or unused footage, and I'm thinking maybe after Han died, there was a shot of Leia just like looking at the medallion and just remembering him. So I think that's what it's going to be, but it could be Rey, it could be anybody holding that thing, but it is cool to see. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fan service in this movie, let's be honest. It's a cool little thing to see. And then we see Princess Leia, and we hear Luke say, "We will always be with you." And it's a touching moment because, of course, Carrie Fisher did pass away a couple years ago. Rest in peace. But the actual line, "We will miss you," for some reason, rewatching the trailer, I've rewatched it a couple times, it reminded me of the scene in Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 2, when he's about to confront Voldemort. And, you know, he's talking with his ghost parents, and he's like, "You'll stay with me." And then his dad goes, "Until the end." I have a feeling like a similar scene will happen. Luke is maybe trying to console Rey and going, "We will always be with you." Then this is where the trailer gets crazy. So we have the shot of our entire crew, and I'm just so happy to, you know, finally see them all together. And I feel like that was one thing that was missing from the trilogy so far, is, you know, having Rey, Finn, and Poe all together going on an adventure and seeing the hijinks ensue between them. And that's one thing that, you know, I just said was lacking. Of course, we have Rey and Finn, you know, they had great chemistry, but, you know, we don't actually have that trio like we did with Luke, Han, and Leia. And for me, I always think that a trio always works better than just a duo. I mean, Luke, Han, and Leia, Ron, Hermione, and Harry, Jack Sparrow, Elizabeth, and Will. You know, you can go on, Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas. You can go on and on. You get my point. But I hope that we can get to see a great friendship dynamic start to form between the three of them. And then we see the destroyed Death Star. And then you hear Luke go, "No one is really gone." And I'm assuming that that line was right after "We will always be with you" in the actual movie. But in the trailer, it starts off, you know, kind of nice, warm, and consoling. And then the music builds, and then we see the Death Star, and then cuts to black, and then you start to feel, oh boy. And then you hear the laugh. Speculation, speculation, speculation. I know for the next 8 months, I'm going to be reading Star Wars articles and Star Wars videos, Star Wars fan theories about how Palpatine is still alive, or is he a Force ghost? Is he going to be in like a Force nightmare? Or was Snoke Palpatine all along, or was that Darth Plagueis and Palpatine was actually just control, whatever it is. I'm not going to look into it too much because I feel like I went into The Force Awakens, I was extremely excited, and I did, you know, look at all the set photos and things like that. But I went into The Last Jedi, Force Awakens and The Last Jedi not knowing much, and I want to go into The Rise of Skywalker not knowing too much or not getting so many theories in my head, because then I feel like I'm going to be let down. I want to, you know, just be immersed and be shown the last chapter of the Star Wars saga. JJ, don't let me down, but I have a good feeling about this movie. I know that I'm not expecting the best movie ever made, but if we do get it, oh man, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy that my favorite franchise ever will go off on a high note, and that's all I can ask for. So anyways, guys, that is just a bunch of random notes I just threw down. I'm sorry about my voice. And have you guys seen the trailer? What did you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And again, I know that every single person with a camera on the internet who likes Star Wars has been doing this already, but again, it's just a way for me to express my thoughts about this trailer and say that I'm looking forward to this movie. Can't wait till December. See you guys later.